It's nice to see you all here tonight. Things have been a bit quiet, so we thought we'll come together tonight just to sort of, I guess, light the fire again. A lot's been happening behind the scenes, so basically, yeah, we just want to sort of get the emotions up and walking again. And you know, there's been a lot of conversations about Anzac Oval, how the project progressing, what the politicians are saying and not saying. So we try not to get too concerned and absorbed by it all, because for us it's about our community, it's about this country, and it's more importantly about our sacred sites. I'm not a great fan of acknowledging country, and that's no disrespect. It's just I think my approach is it's basically acknowledging country through community. So basically, this community sits on our country. Before we begin, let's take a moment to acknowledge our ancestors and elders, past and present, who have cared for these lands we call Mparntwe. Today, we come together as we look to the future for our young people. We belong to belong. This is our way, a way that has existed for thousands of years. Now, our way is to care for the country through community. Our way is to come together, listen to each other, and share a respect for this sacred place. This is Arrernte country. We share these lands of Mparntwe with our ancestors. It is a place where many cultures meet, where we all leave our footprints, and where the sacred and unique stories of the Arrernte people remain strong. Let us step back to when the first explorers arrived on these lands. They brought change. They brought new culture, new people, and new ways. But this country remains. It has always been a Arrernte country, and it always will be. These lands are shared, sacred, and alive with history. Let's imagine for a moment, if we listen and see beyond our worldviews, we can share each other's worlds. By coming together as a community, we can care for this place, this Mparntwe, this Alice Springs. The Arrernte people have walked these lands for thousands of years. Their deep connection to country binds us all, regardless of where we come from. If we ask ourselves what we can do to help this land and its people stay strong, we may find our answers in the wisdom of the past and a vision for the future. To care for the country means caring for each other. When we look after the land looks after us. The country does not discriminate. Only people do. If we choose to belong here in Mparntwe, then we must share the country, share this community. Let us imagine what we could achieve if we came together, bringing all our perspectives and differences to build a stronger community for the future. Our young people are the future, and they will always be the future, no matter what we say or do today. How we think and work together today will shape and guide them for tomorrow. Country through community. We can walk together towards a better future, not just for ourselves, but for the future generations. So tonight, hear the voices of our people and feel free to share your voice. Hear the stories shared. Hear the voices of those who care for this place and its people. This is Mparntwe, Alice Springs, the heart of the Arrernte country. Together, let us make a difference for our community and our country. So that's basically about us being together, walking together, overcoming what we feel are our differences, because it's not about us, it's about the future. So the second part of this is getting back to our connection with country. Acknowledging and respecting the sacred sites of Mparntwe. If you listen, then this is all we ask. Mparntwe is more than the land, creeks, hills and soil we walk on. It is a place that carries its people's stories, spirits and strength. Mparntwe is a living connection to culture, history and identity. This place holds sacred sites of profound importance to the Arrernte people. These sites are not just stories of the past, they are the essence of who we are today and guide us into the future. We are all connected to this country, whether we born, moved or choose to belong here. But let us be clear, these sacred sites are not simply places. They are custodians of knowledge, spirituality and life itself. Protecting them is not just an act of respect, but our responsibility. Our plight to weather the storms of development and expansion in the township date beyond a world of change, new people, culture and ways. But the sacredness of these lands remained. It was here before their arrival and it remains today. These sites identify. These sites testify to thousands of years of Arrernte culture and care. We will lose more than just the physical land if we fail to protect these sites. We will lose the stories, knowledge and connections that bind us to this place. We will lose what makes Mparntwe unique and sacred. We must ask ourselves, what kind of community we want to be. One that discards sacredness in the name of progress, or acknowledge this country's deep cultural and spiritual roots. Yeah, but you're here today. You're here today on Mparntwe country. The sacred sites of Mparntwe are not just for the Arrernte people, but for all of us. They teach us to live respectfully, listen to the land, and walk together as one community. This can only happen if we protect them. Tonight, I ask you to listen beyond your worldviews. Imagine the strengths we could build if we were uniformed to protect these sacred sites. Imagine the future we could create if we walked together step by step towards a shared understanding of respect and care for this country. This is not just about the past, it's about the future, all our future. It is about leaving behind a legacy for our young people that teaches them who they are, where they come from, and where they belong. The sacred sites of Mparntwe hold the spirits of this land and its people. They are not to be altered, moved or ignored. They are to be protected and celebrated. As you hear the stories tonight, remember this: Mparntwe is sacred and its sites of people. As a community, we are responsible for ensuring these truths are never forgotten. Let us acknowledge these sacred places, protect their significance, and ensure that Mparntwe remains a place of connection, respect and cultural pride for the future and its people. So if we take that back to Anzac Oval, the custodians of this country are being criticised, devalued and disrespected by not even being asked what they think about the importance of our sacred sites. And it's important as a community how we connect with those sites together, how we protect them together. Because everyone talks about this being a sort of a mystical place and a spiritual place and a really good place, but they don't want to look after our sites. They don't want to acknowledge the impact when we damage our sites.
So just want to thank Uncle Farron for those very powerful words, because if we keep standing in solidarity, surely them up there will hear us. So now Nunnery Lane is going to come and... Our old people have been talking for a long time on matters to do with Arrernte, and they're still going. So we've got Nunnery Lane and Doris.
Yo. You're right. You're right. You're right.
That's why we're here, to make sure that women's sites is protected from other stories. That's why we don't want those stories being put on our top of what we've grown up with, where we get our connection from. And take over. Money can't buy what we have within us. Our spirit is in us all the time. That's why I don't want that place used with other stories that don't belong here, placed on top of what we know is there and always has been there. So that gallery has to go wherever, but not here. Not here. Because my father taught me to respect this place and look after it. And I don't take money. No way. I don't take money. Well, thank you for that support. But I'd rather I'm just joking now. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Okay. Hello, Bob. How are you?
And welcome to Mparntwe, Alice Springs. And I'd like to thank my son for him to stand up there today. I feel so proud. It's the day that I always wanted to see our young ones come up behind us. And the day has happened. So put your hands together for my son, Farron. He's worked so hard on this. Thank you. And like, she's my big yaya. And this young woman here is our granny. Yeah, we one family. Yeah. And that big high-rise artwork that they want to build up as they kill, it's going to destroy us. But we have to be a lot stronger than that and say no to it, and we will.
South of the gap. No! South South of the gap it goes. South of the gap.
We have all been through a lot here today. Growing up, raised in Alice Springs, born in Alice, still here today, and the struggles, the hurt, the pain that we've been through. And we don't want any more of that. Enough's enough.
There's our totem, the Untyeyetwelye. That's who we are, sitting up on Mount Dillon.
And I think going through the intervention, when they put the intervention on us, but we're still here, stand up strong and proud of who we are. We are survivors. That is why we're here still today to speak about. This is our voices.
Now you're listening to what?
And I don't know how long I've been doing this for, but I'm not going to lie down and just think it's a loss of what we've been doing. No, I'm still going to walk the streets in Mparntwe, Alice Springs with my head held high and be proud of who I am. And I'll continue to do that today when I have a young ones. Parents not so young, but he is. Yeah, like I say. And we have passed that down from generation to generation. And this is the result of it all today.
So what we basically are protesting is see this building behind here? See that building looks like a big bug, doesn't it? $50 million that cost. $50 million. Do we want another one of those on the front of our car parks up here in the Anzac Oval? No. And that's a really good point. Why have we still got high crime, antisocial behaviour, homeless kids, and we want to build a big building on Anzac Oval that's been here at a central community purpose field or oval since 1950. It was the first green oval in the Northern Territory.
So you can still see the passion that these old ladies are fighting with. And us standing here in solidarity is what it's all about.
What they're doing is this colonisation coming back to us again. That's what it is. They're trying to stop our sacred, bloody bulldoze our sacred sites down everywhere in town here. That's not the only thing they're going to do. They're going to start building more buildings in this town, through the Gap area and everywhere else. Look at this bloody big building here. What's that for? It's going to get worse. When they start building these buildings, anyone that pays tax, they're going to empty your pockets. You're going to pay higher tax, higher rent. You are going to pay for this. No one else is going to pay for you. It's going to come out of your pockets. Every big building they build is going to come out of your pockets. So you better think about that before you say yes. Yes to this government that's bloody doing this. Going to bulldoze all our sacred sites in this town when the time comes. They are going to do it. So we all got to stick together. More Aboriginal people. These Aboriginal organisations in this town, right? Where are they? They can run courses in this bloody town, but where are they? They're not here to help us. We don't want that bloody art gallery here. Our fathers didn't want it. Our grandmothers didn't want the bloody, all this shit coming here. This colonisation coming back again. And they're going to bloody do more damage to us if we don't stand up for it.
Thank you all for coming tonight. There's few of my neighbours here and family, which is good. But our concern is mainly the art gallery going up on Anzac Oval, or call it a car park now. But we still want to go through the gap. If they want to build a big high-story art gallery like that, plenty of room through the gap there, but there's a knowledge. That's where it was supposed to go in the first place. So I hope all of you have signed the petitions to say we want it through the gap and not a here. So thanks for coming anyway. It's good to see a lot of friends here.